Welcome to The Joy of Being Stupid, the podcast where critical thinking takes a coffee break and we let our brains run on autopilot. Well, I'm Adam, joined by my equally unqualified co-host Nicola, and together we are here to waste your time in the most entertaining way possible.
You won't leave smarter, but you might leave smiling. So sit back, embrace the nonsense, and let's celebrate the fine art of talking about absolutely nothing.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Okay, so kick us off. What fabulous topic do you have for us today?
Oh, well, yeah. When I came in, it was a bit of a mental day, but when I came in, I was like, Adam, what did I say?
You're like, I have something so exciting to tell you, but I can't tell you right now. We have to be on camera.
Oh, yeah, because I was like, it's a good story. Basically, I went on a date yesterday with a couple, and it was when I left, actually, the guy was paying the bill.
With a couple?
With a couple.
Okay.
The guy was paying the bill, and she was like, can I kiss you? And so we're in this, place with, other people around us, and we were kissing, and then he came back and then saw that we were kissing, and then I kissed him. It was liberating and great, but also weird, because I was just in a public space where I was kissing not only a woman but a man as well, and so doing that in public was a thing, you know.
Are you looking for a throuple, or is that just something that just fell into your lap, or is that just a sexual thing?
Well, yeah. So they were telling me that they dated a woman before as they're a couple and they dated a woman as a third, and then they were talking about how it was coming to the end, and then they broke up with her, and she moved just around the block from them.
Oh.
Single white female?
Yes.
You remember that movie?
Yes.
And then we were talking about how she had a flatmate who slowly started to look like her. She started off with a straight nose, then ended up getting plastic surgery to get the same nose, ended up with long hair. And then I was like, shit, that happened to me too. I had a girl that worked with me. We worked on set together. Then she worked in my pub job on the side. So we were working with each other and in the pub with each other. Then she started overly flirting with my boyfriend. Then I got rid of that boyfriend, and then I was coming on to this other guy, and then she started getting with this guy, and I was like, this is weird. It's like she's doing the exact same things as me all the time.
Oh god, that's scary.
Yeah, and then I had to get her fired from the pub, and then she tried to come back to this other job, and yeah, I just had to put in some boundaries, but she didn't really listen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I've never had a stalker. I don't know if that means I'm doing something wrong or.
I would say stalker.
No stalker, but someone who wants to imitate. No one wants to imitate me.
Yeah, maybe it's a woman thing.
Yeah.
Female,
maybe,
woman.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been an exciting week so far. And I started talking to this guy again.
Again? Okay.
Again, yeah. That's more like a BDSM guy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I've delved into kinky sex.
Yeah.
This week.
I'm still waiting to hear if this is going to continue on with this as a throuple.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
How'd it go?
We're going to meet again next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go around to their place.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how. I have been in threesomes before. I just don't know how I would do in a long-term thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I think the reason why I like it is because I'm that's my the position is I'm never gonna get involved and I'm never gonna catch strong feelings.
Right.
Is my idea. I know people are into polyamory and they have this idea of multiple relationships, but for me, they're already in a relationship, so I'm like, oh great, that means it's almost like there's no commitment from me.
Yeah.
I can hang around, I can play with them, I can become friends with them, but there's always that hard line of I'm not.
Yeah.
And that's my safety right now.
I think actually, now that I think about it, now that you mention it, I think it's kind of the opposite. I think I would actually be the opposite. So in threesomes, I've been kind of hesitant to do that, just because sometimes you have a tendency to leave one person out, or you may be more interested in another person or whatever. But I feel like if it's a relationship kind of throuple, you've already developed that connection with both people, so you don't have to worry about leaving someone out as much.
I'm already I'm into her more than him.
Oh really?
Yeah. You're always into someone, you're not supposed to say that you have a favourite of your children.
That's true.
But you do.
Yeah.
And maybe that changes. Maybe one time you're oh, I'm really into him, then I'm really into her, but right now I'm into her, not him.
Yeah.
But But maybe that will change.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
Once we get down.
Ooh.
No, I don't.
So far
Anyway.
it's just been PG. It's just a date.
Yeah.
Well, I guess kissing's not exactly PG, but
Kissing is PG?
no, it's not. Isn't
No.
it? No, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess they kiss in like cartoons and stuff like
is
that.
it a U then? Do you have U and PG? Is that the same for American and?
We don't have a U.
Oh, so U is like kids, PG is like parental guidance, and then we have 12, and then we've got
12. Oh, we have 13.
I think we've got a 16 and 18, or maybe just 18. Maybe no 16, just 12 and
We have
18.
It goes PG 13 to 17, NC 17, and then.
Oh, interesting. You're 13 and
R.
17, and we're 12
And 6.
and 18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's when you're an adult. 18.
Well, we use crazy measurements, so it doesn't.
No, don't tell me about it. I was just trying to find paper, and I was like, no, A4 and A0 doesn't exist here.
Oh yeah, when you messaged me, you said I'm having a horse. I'm having a what did you say? You said I'm having a something converting paper sizes.
I'm having a mare.
A mare. Yeah. I was like, what is it? You having a horse? What does that mean? I'm having a mare.
I'm having a mare means I'm having like a nightmare. Mare.
Oh,
is like
mare.
short for nightmare. Yeah,
I was thinking like a stallion.
That's
like.
so funny. I love the fact that like half the like idiosyncrasies, like I'm not even aware of because like we don't know on the other. You know, you're like, what is she fucking talking about? And I don't even know unless you told me.
Exactly. Well, speaking of which, you remember the time I did a comedy show and I did a joke about her, like, because I wanted to like she was coming to the show and so I wanted to like poke fun at her or whatever. And I did the joke. Well, it was funny, but she didn't understand it because it was too American.
It's not funny if you don't understand it.
Everyone else laughed, but afterwards, I don't know. I should have been prepared to tell you what the joke was, but afterwards, I realized why she didn't get it. She was just like, I think that's funny, but I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's the best comparison is that SNL bit that we showed you that one time about that they just did recently with Bargatze, the comedian or whatever, where they plays like George Washington and he comes over and he's like, we're gonna have like this system of measurement, this bullshit and blah 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 blah. It makes no sense.
I remember watching something and it was funny, but I don't remember right now what you're talking about. But we watched it and it was funny. I was going to save this for later, but I'm really hungry. Now I'm hungry. I was like, I'm not even hungry.
So she has something that's to share with me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's like.
They are Percy pigs, and they are from a store called Marks and Spencer's.
Okay.
Marks and Spencer's is the best fucking. It's very 20th century British. It has food and clothes, but the clothes don't really do anything. But the food,
it's cute.
Everyone loves the food.
It's like a little panda, I guess. Is it panda?
It could be. It's Percy Pig and Friends. So it's the friends of Percy the Pig. They're like gummy candies for Americans.
Oh.
And they're like.
I don't know what I'd say that's similar to. I mean, it's got that gummy flavor, so it's not that different from that, but it's still got it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
better
quality.
It has healthier healthier ingredients than our chemicals.
Exactly. I fucking love them. I'm not going to sit here and read what's about.
Please read us the ingredients.
Would you like to know how healthier our sweets are?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is great. We're just going to be chewing on a fucking podcast. This is the
right?
worst idea ever.
Listen to us chew for 30 minutes.
All the bad ideas for this podcast are all mine, just so you know. All the good ones are Adam's.
I come prepared.
Adam wrote all these things down and he was like, Nicola, did you read them?
Do you think she read them? Quiz.
I was really busy with work. I started work at like 8 a.m. and didn't like get a chance to eat food until 4 p.m. And then Adam handed me this. And I was like, are you fucking joking? I was like, do you know how many words that is? Like, draw me a picture and I'm in it. But you, like, words? Like, I'm not a word person.
I wrote each thing down like a question, blah blah blah, and then I just to make it easier, like I break it down into bullet points, to be like, oh, so here you could take this thing here or here or here.
I'll tell you what works for me: colours. If you make things coloured, I'll read it.
Yeah.
It has to look creative or pretty, otherwise I just immediately think of school and go, fuck that.
No, that's way too many words.
Yeah. That's why I don't have a job where I have to read much apart from scripts. Which I take myself to the Korean spa and read scripts.
At the spa?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good idea. I've never been to the spa, so I have no idea.
You've never been to the Korean spa? I hear they're a good place for gays.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, which mine's just normal. I mean, gays, male gays, not female gays.
Right.
Because we're not as flamboyant.
Should we go there?
Oh, it is. I mean, I feel like, is it too soon? I don't know.
I mean, they should get to know you. Sooner than later.
You're right. Okay.
The one topic that I have written here is egg art. Is it a thing?
Egg art is a thing. Have you seen how much okay, so, first of all,
Let's get adjusted.
you should be wearing my egg t-shirt.
Oh yes, true.
Oh
Fail.
shit. Do you want to talk? You want to talk quickly? Just talk quickly.
Oh my god. Okay, so great. Put me on.
Just carry on talking.
Okay. So let me talk to you. I guess you guys don't really know. I think I've mentioned this before, but I am a stand-up comedian. I have a show coming up in April at Flappers in Burbank. I don't have the details. Shit. I'm dangerously unprepared for this, but anyway.
I said talk. I didn't mean sell yourself.
Why not? You know, like you make me excited. That's cute.
Yeah. We're going to do eggs. We're going to talk about eggs.
Okay, here we go with the eggs.
Then I should be wearing my egg.
So you're selling yourself, so why can't I sell myself?
Valid point.
Okay, tell us what egg art is.
It's just because yours were words and mine was picture.
True.
Have you seen the theme now?
Yes. Pictures, colors.
So I'm an egg artist. Most people, when I say I'm an egg artist, what do?
They're like, what's that?
Yeah, they pull this face of like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because
Like
I say it like you're supposed to know. I'm like, oh, I'm an egg artist.
Yeah.
And they go, huh? And they're like, what's that?
Everyone knows what that is.
Yeah. It's amazing how you can say things with conviction and people, yeah, anyway, whatever the end of the sentence of that is. So I'm an egg artist, and then they go, what is that? And then they go, oh, does that mean you paint on eggs? And I'm like, no, because that's the lamest fucking thing you could think of if someone says you're an egg artist.
But a very valid question, though.
Yeah. I don't say that aggressively either. That's inside I'm having that reaction. I'm actually, much nicer to them about it. I'm like, ha ha ha, you moron.
You moron.
And what it means is, so, the short story, is that I, as an artist, would never stay to one thing, one medium, one subject. I wanted to do everything. So I was always doing, that thing, like, was it Master of... Jack of all trades, Master of none.
Master of none, yes.
But I don't like that, like Master of none. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I like Jack of all trades is a fucking amazing thing. And it's got me through, and I watched this, I'm jumping around a lot. I watched this creative documentary on like creativity, and they were saying that like the most creative people actually are the ones that do loads of different things, because if you're looking at, let's just say, the world or an apple,
I like how the apple's bigger than the world.
if you're looking at the world or an apple through one lens, you're like, oh, the world is round and it looks this big. Oh, an apple is green and it's this big. But if you look at the world or the apple, should I just pick one?
No.
Which one?
World.
Okay.
Apple. This is the oil and water.
If I start looking at it, so if I look at it, let's just say, I'm like, oh, the world is flat and it's blue. But then when I start looking at it from like all these different perspectives, suddenly I realise that it's round. The apple, suddenly I realise that I can eat it. I can do other things with it. So it's this idea that you look at different perspectives. So actually, being a master, yes, you know something very well, but you only see it through tunnel vision. Or if you do loads of different things, you start looking at it through multiple of different ways. How can I use this apple to make paper? How can I eat the apple to nourish me? How can I use the apple to make sound? How can I use the apple to draw? I'm lost now. What
So,
was I talking
so
about?
that world encapsulates your view on eggs. You're circling around, realizing that the egg is
No.
round. No,
No.
then I'm not following.
No, this is me merely just explaining how Jack of all trades and master of none seems like a derogatory thing to people that look at the Jack of all trades, but this documentary was saying actually a Jack of all trades is a really it's the most creative way actually.
Absolutely.
And then bring it back
Uh-huh.
to eggs. So I decided at some point to give myself a boundary to work from, because actually boundaries I think can help you expand, right? So if I had a boundary of like I can only do artwork that's black and white, like I'm like, okay, I can write, I can take photos, I can film, I can do all these things, but it restrains it. So I had eggs as mine, but it came about because I occasionally was taking egg photos or doing some egg stuff, and people started posting like egg related things to me, and I was like, oh, this is weird.
I do that all the time.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is unusual. Like people remember me doing egg stuff. So then I was like, let's lean into this, and now I get people send me egg stuff, and it's fucking great. Like whenever someone sees an egg, they think of me.
Yes, that's very true. I do. Anytime I see an egg.
I know how amazing. That's like the advertising industry.
She's the egg lady now.
But so I did a hashtag as like egg art. It's a thing when I first started, and now over the last few years, like eggs have come up in like IKEA. Someone sent me an IKEA bed sheet today that's full of eggs. What was the other thing? Someone else said like eggs are like taking over. Like there was an art book that's got eggs. Like I've got this massive book. There's eggs. Everything about eggs. Like eggs are huge.
And it's typically only like one type. It's like what is it, like over easy egg? That's your general type of egg. Like you don't really.
Wow.
I mean, you do. I guess you do. No, you do cracked eggs or like eggshells and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would like to explore it more. Like I do quite a lot of fried eggs, but I mean I've got a whole lifetime ahead of me. Like I really want to move into like the conceptual idea of an egg. Like what is the concept of an egg? Like does that mean the beginning of time? Like you can really branch it out. And I've done some like stuff with actual eggshells.
A lot of cigarettes.
I really want to do like performing arts piece of like someone throwing eggs at me.
Wouldn't you prefer tomatoes?
No, eggs hurt though.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fried egg is my favourite of now, but I really want to open it up, like eggs, fertility eggs, like eggs inside of women, like that's a thing too. Like there's loads of scope. The colours of eggs, sometimes some of my pottery things just been based over like the colour, white and yellow. So really there's a vastness to, and then we've got egg puns.
Love it. I love an egg pun.
Yeah.
There's so many things you can do with eggs.
There are so many things. And do you know this book that I have that's got like how eggs have been in quite a lot of artist work? Like Dali and other people like have appeared. But the interesting thing about me is that yes, other artists like dip in and dip out. But I'm consistent. I am the egg artist. I am egg artist. That is all I do. Whereas everyone else, like, I do eggs for a bit, I do an egg series, then I move on. So that's the fundamental difference between me and all these other folks that are bullshitting about eggs.
So she's not a jack of all trades. She's a master of eggs.
Oh, yeah! And jack of all trades in terms of material, but master of eggs. Yeah, I like it. Oh. I was just banging on the thing.
Sorry, we're still getting used to the sound issues.
Shouldn't do that while we're. It's amazing how much you have to be aware.
Yeah. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Nicola's message to me. She says, "Okay, you're the keeper of the themes or the topics, and then sorry I couldn't read this or whatever because I was driving in this horrible LA traffic and I was tired when I got home and." Blah blah blah. Oh, that could be a topic. Okay, I was like, so what is the topic?
What are you talking about?
Your text message. You said the traffic was so bad, or you said traffic was so weird. So I got home and went to bed because I was so upset or something, like, I don't know. So you like, that could be a topic for the show. And so I was just like,
No, you know what happened? I didn't read it. Basically, I just discovered the button that you can press that like types you talking. And so maybe it typed talking, not the right words.
Oh, that could be. Okay, but I was assuming that the topic that you wanted me to add was traffic, but no, is that not it?
No, it was. I think I was talking about the future of humans.
Okay, versus AI, or like what? What do you mean?
Just the future of humans. Like
Okay.
whatever that means for you. What do you think of the future?
I don't want to
What do you think of the future of humans?
Well, I don't want to think about what the future of America is. That's for sure. But that's for another topic. Humans. I mean, eventually, it's not looking good. I'm sure, like the planet's gonna die or something like that, because
the planet won't die.
Well, not the
will
planet,
die.
We will die. But
maybe the planet will die eventually.
Yeah.
It became and then it won't. That's the one thing we know that is that everything dies, right? Nothing is alive forever, and change is constant.
Right. Exactly.
You did learn something.
Oh yeah, you might learn something.
Or did you already know that?
Did you take biology?
Did you listen in biology? So yeah, what's your?
So I guess
Should I tell you mine?
Oh yes. Okay.
I thought it would be really obnoxious if I said that.
About
now carry on.
Your biology? Tell you mine. What are you talking about?
What's your idea of the future of humans?
Oh, a future of humans. Okay. So my idea for a future of humans is bleak. I don't see it lasting too much longer. If it's not nuclear war or something like that, it's going to be just the climate's not going to. It's already looking really bad. So.
Do you read much sci-fi books?
No, not really.
I love fucking sci-fi books.
Yeah.
And it's quite interesting. I think sci-fi is it's a really intelligent and smart genre of books, because you take the society that you live in now and you predict a future based on what you see. And I'm not a science fiction writer, but I do have some science fiction ideas in my head, which might be from reading them, or might just be because I'm really intelligent.
That's it.
Yeah. But so I have an idea. Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. We all do.
So it's quite an optimistic idea, actually, which is surprising. But I believe that we have a great opportunity that's going to show up. I do believe that we are at the beginning of trying times, and I think the trying times will get worse before they get better. But I see the better being really beautiful. So AI will slowly take over, as we know from all the science fiction books. That will happen. Because they do predict the future. Because they're smart. And I'm going to write a book and I'm going to predict the future. Anyway,
she's going to write it through AI.
Never! Maybe.
Maybe.
So yeah, they'll start doing all our jobs. We will have no jobs. And that will be the bit that's like, But once we find... So then we'll be like, we don't have money, we don't have meaning, we don't have purpose, right? Which at the moment we're told... money brings purpose, capitalism, career brings purpose, whereas actually those things don't bring purpose. They bring the situation which we're in now, which is fucked, right?
Right.
So I believe that with that time of discomfort as the human race, of figuring out what purpose is, how we live our life, without needing money, without needing external validation, basically as humans we go in and we start figuring out ourselves, so we sit with ourselves, we find validation from ourselves, we find purpose from ourselves. Some people call it healing. I don't like to call it healing. And someone else wrote a word I really liked recently, but it's this idea of coming back together in yourself. And through that, basically, humans will be able to grow spiritually. And there's a triangle that is, I learned about it recently, apparently everyone else learned about it years ago. through like a business course or something. There's a triangle where fuck, can I remember? Something about like purpose, money, something. But like there's this top bit is
like a pyramid of
something. It's a pyramid of something. But the idea is like the next step is in evolution for us is spiritually, you know, and like there's a thing that when we say this word spiritual, like everyone's like, away with the fairies, or woo woo, and I get that, but I also hate that side, you know. But actually, it means like to be connected to like oneness, to everything, to the ether, to nature, to each other, like this idea of that. And so I think humans will become enlightened, and that doesn't mean, I think we have to have a balance still, so you know there'll be like fucked up shit, there'll be like something, I don't know, some kind of disruption, because you need disruption to be able to grow. If you're just like that, so you know we need that push and pull to be able to grow. But I do believe that we will find different states of living that will be better for humans, more consciousness.
And so all the people that are left will just have to do a bunch of ayahuasca. Essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically, just everyone's just gonna do ayahuasca.
That way, that'll get us all to our spiritual level that we all need to find ourselves, or whatever, the regathering.
Everyone's going, I don't have a job, let's do ayahuasca. This guy will be wandering around, be like, hey, you want to do ayahuasca, man?
Yeah.
You feel lost? I'll get some ayahuasca. And you're like, oh God, should I do it? I've got nothing else to do. Do it, man!
Do it. You don't have a job.
Yeah. That's like a weird voice. Why like
I don't know.
Sound almost like Southpaw.
The devil's coming out of you.
Do the ayahuasca! Do the ayahuasca! Okay, calm down, Nicola.
But you did remind me of a show that one of my coworkers was telling me about. I think it's called Silo. Basically, it's essentially similar to what you're saying. I guess it's kind of the end of the world, or the world has collapsed. The world has like gone to shit. And there's only a few people left, and they're in this silo. And by the way, if you've watched the show, don't at me that I'm wrong about whatever, because I've never watched it. I just heard this secondhand.
Okay. Also, don't give away any like spoiler alerts.
Oh no, I haven't seen it, so I don't. Basically this is just a general.
Is it a spoiler alert?
No,
You're about to give away like, and then he dies in the middle of the storm.
And she stabs him in the heart. No, it's not. No, there's no spoilers.
That's Disney.
Spoiler alert! But they're in this silo, and I guess
what's a silo?
A silo. So there's like a grain silo, which this might be different, but so a silo is basically like shape, and it's really popular in the Midwest because that's where they store like corn and grain and stuff. It looks like a big dildo.
Okay, great.
So that's
no idea
silo.
what that looks like.
So it's like a big cylinder with like a cone.
That was a joke.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what a dildo looks like. A penis?
Anyways.
I've never had sex before in my life. Mom, I'm a virgin.
I'm a virgin. Anyways.
You know that? Oh, sorry.
Let's finish up. So the silo, so they're in the silo and they can see outside, and I guess the outside world is uninhabitable unless you go out in this like suit or whatever, and so a few people do, and then they end up like dying or whatever outside, and so but you can see it. I don't know exactly, but anyway, but that brings me back to like the whole like, you know, it's so bad outside you can't even go outside without like this suit. So that's how bad the atmosphere is. Anyways, so what were you saying about a dildo?
Are you talking about that? So bad, the world's so bad outside. No, I wasn't saying anything, but I was thinking that. So when I was a teenager, I used to have like my room was like covered with Angelina Jolie photos. I was obsessed with Angelina Jolie. That's how I learnt my sister's birthday, because Angelina Jolie was born on that day. Before I couldn't remember it.
Angelina Jolie is more important. Her birthday's more important than my sister.
And I asked my mum recently, I was like, Mum, did you think that I was gay when I had Angelina Jolie pictures up? She was like, no, of course not.
Why would I think that?
I know, it's so funny. I was like, I went to anyway, I'm not gay, I'm queer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you say now, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But isn't that funny? Yeah, you're gay. I just bat everywhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everywhere. Yeah.
That's more open-minded.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, isn't that funny though? If my kid had loads of like the same sex, I would be like teenager years as well.
Yeah. That is like.
Yeah, she's very gay friendly though.
Okay.
My godfather is gay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she's not like against gays. It's just funny how the. But then maybe that's nice as well. She's like, no, if you have something to say, then I'll wait for you to say it. That's also nice as well, I suppose.
More to come on the next episode because we have to wrap up.
Shit, we're there already.
We're there already. It's been 30 minutes. I mean, we're so sorry to leave you because we know that you're itching for more.
I don't even feel like we said anything.
I know, right? We just
Isn't that the
shoot
point?
shit. Exactly. We said nothing.
We should definitely do 2 in a row next time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that.
Oh, I'm joking. Ah!
Okay. Have a great evening.